Alright, long freaking story short, my sister's got a bunny, right? She's had gerbils, she's had hamsters, but she has never had a rodent, or whatever it is, as smart as this little guy. Now I'm sitting in my room, listening to music, I'm like, damn, I should record a video. Go out here, walk over to my camera, and I see a little object to my right, okay? Now his cage is over there. Now I'm walking out, I look on my stairs because I see something in my corner of my eye. There's a little freaking bunny, same bunny that's supposed to be in that cage, sitting on my stairs. So I take out my phone and I record some snaps. I'll show you guys on screen. Alright, my sister got a damn bunny, and this little guy's roaming around my basement. Like, dude, you're supposed to be in your... Oh, don't eat those chips. You're supposed to be taking care... Dude, don't run from me. And I'm like, how the hell did this little guy get out? So, me being me, put him back in his cage, do the right thing. Then, I'm sitting there recording him. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a video of this little guy, see what he tries to do. Kid you not. Got it on video. This little guy jumps 3 freaking times his height out of his cage, lands on the ground, and then it's just like, alright, I made it. Oh, look at this dude. I know how he got out. Oh! Oh my god! What the hell? I put him back in his cage, try to get him back in there. I'm inside his cage trying to get him back in. Alright, this little guy's running from me. I got stuck in his freaking cage trying to get him in here. Get back here, you little... Come here. I'm grabbing you. And he just won't go in. He's like running away from me. So I get him back in there. And he's still trying to escape, man. He's looking for little escape routes. He's a little smart guy, man. This little dude is planning out. Like, look, he's planning his escape route. Look at him. He's trying to dig his face through there. Hey, you're not getting out of there. In all honesty, he's pretty cute, man. But he's a little escape artist. What's up, little dude? He had the balls to do that in front of me. The guardian. The master. He did that in front of the master, man. It's not cool, buddy. Alright, let's get on to the video. Alright, so without further ado, what we're going to be talking about today is, well, we're going to be doing one update on the Mach 1. And also, we're going to be talking about all the cars that I'm considering. Stay put, buddy. All the cars I'm considering for my first car. So you guys know that I've been looking at getting a car, obviously. It's a big part of my channel. And I'm going to talk today about all the cars I'm considering. Now, I know I said in my last video that I will be strongly looking into a Mustang, which is true. So we're going to be talking about all the Mustangs I'm looking at, and also some other options that I'm not really heavily leaning towards, but are options. So let's get into it. Alright, so obviously I've made a ton of Instagram posts, a ton of videos in general, and just talked to a lot of people about what car I'm going to get. And the honest answer to that is that I'm stuck. I don't know exactly what I want, because I've had all these ideas and stuff, and I still have them all the time about what car I can get, what mods I can do to it, what I can make it look like, how I could drive it. And honestly, I never realized how hard it would be to choose a car once I was in a financial position and position with my parents and position in general to buy a car. Once I'm in this position that I am, I'm like, damn, I could get this car, that car, that car, that car. And I'm just like, damn, I gotta make a choice. And even you guys think the same thing. You guys are just like, just buy the damn car already. Which I'm not financially in the position to put down my down payment yet. I will be soon. But like for right now, I'm stuck, man. I don't even know what I want yet. And I'm probably a month, 2 months away from getting this car. So I got to choose. So that's why I wanted to make this video, talk to you guys about all my options. And here we go. So I broke this down into 2 different ranges, 2 price ranges. The first one being $10,000 to $20,000, which is around what I'm probably going to spend. And then, which I know it's a big range, but the second range is $20,000 and up, which is less likely to happen, but actually the number 1 pick for me is on that $20,000 price range or up. So we're going to be talking about it today, and here we go. I said it like 6 times, so let's actually go. The first one is a 2011 through 2014 Mustang GT. I'm sorry I keep looking over this, man. I don't know. But it's a 2011 through 2014 Mustang GT, and it's the 5.0, it's the Coyote motor, it's a beast of a car, it's still got the live axle, but it's still a beast, handles pretty damn well for a Mustang, and it's obviously very quick. It's like 420 horsepower out of the factory, so it's definitely a quick car, it's definitely an awesome car, and that's one of my, well, that is the number 1 choice right now. That's the number 1 thing I'm trying to get, and you can pick them up for anywhere from, I wrote it all down here. Honestly, you can find 2011s for about $17,000 with a bit higher mileage. And then also it goes up to, like $25,000, $26,000 for one of them. And the reason I really like them is because they're basically the newest 5.0 you can get. I mean, 2011 is the first year they brought back the 5.0. Before that was the 4.6 liter 3-valve. And then in 2011 they brought back the 5.0, and then they continued to it to 2014. And obviously the new 2015 Mustangs have it. but it's basically the newest 5.0s you can get without going 2015 S550 cars or Mustangs. So that's basically what I wanted. I want a 5.0, man. It's just like, oh my god, having that burbly V8 rumbling down the street and me behind the wheel would just be awesome. But it definitely comes at a price. Like I said, about $17,000 to $25,000 or $26,000, which I'd feel comfortable spending maybe 21, 22, but that's all something that I'm going to have to figure out down the road. I don't want to drown myself in payments. I'm 20 years old, and I don't want to spend as many grands as my age, man. Like, that's a lot. So I'm not trying to spend too much. That was a terrible joke, by the way, but I'm not trying to spend too much, but I definitely want to... What I'm trying to say is that I want to spend a lot of money, honestly, on this car. Not because I like spending money on cars, but because, one, it's for my channel. It's going to be huge on my channel, and it's going to be something that really helps me out. Two, the main reason is it's my freaking dream. This is what my dream has been since I was 16 years old. Before I was 16 years old, I've wanted a Mustang, a car that's called my own, and it's like something that's been taking over 4 or 5 years to happen, but it's finally happening, and I'm super pumped, but I want to spend it. I want to spend a decent amount of money and get a good car, and I hope you guys can respect that. The next option is a 2015 or 2016 Mustang GT. Now, this is definitely less likely to happen because these things go for around $23,000 all the way up to, $30,000. But you can find them used for around that price. And it is in my price range, like the high end of my price range. But I don't know if I want to spend that much. I mean, a 2015 Mustang GT, since they came out, is literally my dream car. Like, my realistic dream car. Like, obviously, I'd pick some other Lambo or something like that if I could get any car. But my realistic dream car is definitely a 2015 Mustang or up GT. I just love the way they look. I know it gets a lot of hate and skeptical. I don't know the word for that. But people are, like, skeptical of it or whatever. But I like it. I love the car. I love how it looks. It has the IRS. It's got the 5.0. Interior upgrades, and it's just an awesome car all around. So I'm definitely considering one of those, but it's probably less likely to happen. But if I did pick up that would be me driving my dream car, so that'd be pretty sick. The next one is not a Mustang, but it is a 2015 or 2016 Subaru WRX, and they go for about $22,000 to $30,000. And again, this is the higher price range, but it's a fantastic car. I don't care what people say. An all-wheel drive car that's fast and still gets good fuel economy and looks great, in my opinion, that's a good car. But the only problem is it's all-wheel drive. That would be good for me since I live in Chicago, but I will miss rear-wheel drive, doing little drifts and fishtailing all over the place. That's what I'm about. And the main reason I'm not strongly considering one, which I was for a while, the main reason I'm not right now is because I just see myself driving an American muscle car. That's what people always say they see me driving. That's what I see myself driving. That's what I have fun in and like. So that's basically why I'm looking at Mustangs right now, because Mustangs are the top dog in muscle cars. Please don't hate me for that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it, even though I think it. But okay, so next up is a 03 or 04 Terminator Cobra. Now, this car is about the same price as like a 2014 Mustang GT. Like, they go for like $17,000 to $24,000 depending on the mileage and the condition of the car. But it's an awesome car. Like, I honestly love it. It's a beast of a car. It's basically the Mach 1 but supercharged. I know you guys might hate when I say that, but in simple terms, it's a supercharged Mach 1 with a body kit. And without the Mach 1 body kit, but with its own unique body kit, I guess. And it looks awesome. It's a new Edge. I love new Edges. My brother drives one. I drive one. And they're sweet cars. I drive my brother's. But they're sweet cars, and I love how they look. But they're pretty pricey, and I don't know if I could really daily that thing. But we'll see what happens. Next up is going to be the $10,000 to $20,000 list. So the first one on that is not a Mustang again, but it's someone I'm actually considering a little bit. And it's a 2013 or newer Subaru BRZ, which go for about $14,000 to $18,000. Now, before you get all crazy and be like, damn, I'm whipping out the keyboard, my old keyboard, take it out of the closet, start typing away, leaving a mad comment. Well, listen, I know it's not fast. It's not that slow, but it's not very fast. But it is an outstanding handling car. It handles like butter, from what I've heard. And it's like 2,800 pounds, so it's super light. So if you do a forced induction kit on it, then you're going to be making not too much power, but you're going to be fast, like very fast. Look at TJ Hunt. Supercharges BRZ, put on E85, and the thing rips. Like, it is super fast. And so basically, if I wanted to get a BRZ and supercharge eventually, I could probably spend less money on a BRZ and then save and use the extra money that I would have spent on, say, a Mustang GT and supercharge it and probably keep up with Mustang GTs. It's 2,800 pounds, making 300 horsepower. So that would be a sick setup. But a lot of people do it, and I don't know if I would really be my style, but we'll see. Next up is a 2015 or newer Mustang EcoBoost, which go for anywhere from $17,000 to, probably $24,000. It's like my list, or like that's like the range that a lot of these cars are in. which, like I said, I just want to spend a good amount where I can get a good solid car that's going to be reliable and everything, which I'll talk about when I need the car to be in a second. But so yeah, 2015 EcoBoost is, in my opinion, an amazing car. I'm not one of those guys that says, oh, it's a 4-cylinder in a Mustang, screw that, which I understand why people say that, because Mustangs have always been big engine cars and fast cars. But you know, it's a fantastic technology, the turbocharged 4-cylinders, and they work great and they're fast. Like, it puts out 310 horsepower. It will beat a V6 any day of the week, and it's an awesome car. The only problem, like I was gonna say, is that it doesn't sound that good. I mean, I'm sorry for all you EcoBoost owners. The only EcoBoost that I've heard, in my opinion, that sounded decently good is with a muffler and resonator delete. And I mean, did that little guy get out? I don't know, man. Whatever. But with the muffler and resonator delete, the EcoBoost honestly sounds alright. But it's still like not like a V8 or even a V6. So I don't know what I would do with that, but it does have a performance package. It's got the IRS. It's basically a new Mustang GT without the big 5.0. So it's definitely still a good car. But next up is a 2001 Mustang SVT Cobra. Now, I know I already listed the Terminator, and you were probably thinking, why the hell would you get an SVT or a 2001 SVT when you could get a 2003 and 2004 supercharged engine? And the reason being is because if I do end up spending less and or not having the money to spend more on like something like a Cobra or a Mustang GT, then a good option would be the Terminator Cobra, or not the Terminator, the SVT Cobra in 2001. Main reason being is because it's cheaper and it's still a great car. It's basically a Mach 1 without the body kit, which I know there's differences, but people always like hate on the Cobra and say stuff like, oh, it's not the big boy like the Terminator, but it's an older car, and yeah, they should have supercharged it in 2001 and 1999, but they didn't, and it's still a great car. So I know it's like a slouch compared to the Terminator, but it's still a good car. And then lastly, the last thing on my list is a 2003 or 2004 Mustang Mach 1, which I probably won't get just because my brother has one, and we've already had experience with them, which it would be cool to have 3 Mach 1s, don't get me wrong. Even if the 28 or 2019 one or 2018 one comes out, that'd be cool to get, but that would be like $45,000. But it would be cool to have another Mach 1, but overall, we've got 2 of them already, a 1969 and 2003, so it might not be the best bet. But I still love the car. I'm in love with Mach 1s, obviously. And so yeah, that's it. Now I'm going to talk about the key factors that I want this car to be, or whatever. And the first one is low mileage. What I mean by low mileage is probably under $30,000. Whatever car I get, not dollars, miles. I want any car I get to be under 30,000 miles if I can. If I find a really good deal for like 35, 40,000 miles, then I'll probably pick it up. But overall, these cars are pretty new that I'm looking at, and I don't want to spend money on a new car with tons of miles, like over 50,000. That would just be unpractical. You don't want to buy a brand new like 2015 Mustang GT or 2014 or 2012 or whatever with like 50,000 miles. Like, there's a lot of miles for a new car, which obviously the cars last that long easily. But it's just not what I want to do. I want to have this car for a long time and drive it a lot. Like, we bought my brother's Mach 1 like in 2011 maybe, and we've put like 55,000 miles on it. So we've definitely been driving it, and that's what I'm going to be doing with this car. So I don't want one with too high of mileage. Also, I want it to be reliable, like semi-reliable. I don't want it to be like some car that I can beat the shit out of every day and then be like, oh, why did this go wrong? Like, I want it to be where I like normal stuff going wrong. I mean, I don't want that to happen, but I'll be fine with that. But I just don't want everything to be breaking. That goes along, obviously, with the mileage on the car. But I want it to be a pretty reliable car, which, from my experience, Mustangs have been extremely reliable, the ones I've driven, like for dailies at least, and like a little bit of hard driving. So if I can drive it hard every now and then, well, probably more than that, but at first when I get it at least. But if I can drive it hard and still know that it's going to hold through, then I'll be fine with that. The next thing is good looks. Obviously, I want the car to look good, aggressive, and sporty. And I don't want it to be driving a freaking Prius down the road that has a Whipple supercharger on it. So, you know what I mean. Next thing is decently quick. Like I said, I'm looking at a BRZ, but I'm also looking at a 2015 Mustang GT. Obviously, a big difference, but I want the car to be decently quick where I can, like, have a fun acceleration experience where I'm not like, okay, when's it gonna red line? Or like, when am I, okay. I want it to be pretty fast. Next up, I want it to be manual. Obviously, that's 100%. I'm not getting a car that's not manual. No hate on automatics. My dad's car is automatic. But I like manual cars more, man. There's something about them. I love driving them. And that's just what I personally want. And then lastly, I want it to be under or around like $24,000-$25,000. But most likely it'll be under that. And I want it to be under that. It's because I don't want to spend too much. And then lastly, I just want it to have modding potential. I'm going to be modding this car. Maybe not at first when I get it, because I'm going to be drowning in payments. Hopefully not, but I'll be making a lot of payments, including my down payment. But I want it to have mounting potential so that down the road, or even at first, I can put an exhaust on it, put a cold air intake, and even do like cams or supercharger eventually. So I want it to be able to support mods. Obviously most cars do, but I want it to have like a good aftermarket modding potential. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below of what car you think I should get and why. I would love to hear from you guys and see what you guys like or what you like from me. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm going to go make sure that bunny's not escaping, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, guys. Like, get back here.